of his time as the Imam al-Azam, or the Great Imam. He served as Imam to all Muslims and strove throughout his life to preach the moral values of Islam and tell people about Allah's commandments. A dialogue between this great Imam and someone who had no faith in Allah is most instructive. When Abu Hanifa, who lived on the opposite shore of Baghdad, failed to take his place at the hour for debate, various questions arose in the mind of the debater who did not believe in Allah and the crowd. Everyone wondered, why hasn't he come? Will he really not come? Is he afraid? Has he been unable to find any proof? And so on. Imam al-Azam arrived shortly after the appointed time. The debater had been encouraged by this, and his arrogance and pride had grown. Abu Hanifa apologized and began to explain why he was late. I could not find a boat to carry me from the other shore. I began waiting, thinking that perhaps a skiff or a raft would come. At that moment, I saw that the trees suddenly fell over, turned themselves into timber, and the timber became a skiff. And then I saw an oar and a sail create themselves and assume their proper forms. I was delighted that I would no longer have to keep you waiting, and so jumped into the skiff, which then brought me here by itself. The debater and the crowd were unable to understand these words. The debater, who believed that everything was created by nature, said that it was impossible for such an event to take place, which was just what Imam al-Azam had been expecting. Smiling, he replied, "How can you accept that a tiny skiff cannot come into being of its own accord, without a builder and an artist? And yet you still believe that this magnificent universe could have come into being of its own accord, without a maker or a creator? The universe is the work of God, not of itself. There is no need to initiate a debate and dispute when all this is so apparent."
Does not man see that we created him from a drop, yet there he is, an open antagonist? He makes likenesses of us, and forgets his own creation, saying, "Who will give life to the bones when they are decayed?" Say, he who made them in the first place will bring them back to life. He has complete knowledge of every created thing.
أرأيتم إن كان من عند الله ثم كفرتم به من أضل ممن هو في شقاق بعيد سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق أولم يكف بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد